of the ScallywagAThon. So I figured I was going to vlog this week because I enjoyed vlogging last time for the reading rush. But the books that I plan on reading this week are Clockwork Angel, The Stars in the Blackness Between Them, as well as the first 3 volumes of Skip Beat and volume 2 collection of Fruits Basket. For now, my plan is to try and stay in order of where everything is on the map, so kind of follow the map to get to the treasure. So I'm going to try and go in the order of the ones that I picked to get there. So the first one was to read the most popular author on your TBR, which I picked Clockwork Angel. Figured this was a good chance to actually finally get through this. So it is Monday. I ended up not being able to vlog anything Sunday. A little bit of an update on my reading. I have not gotten very far. I am on page 103 of Clockwork Angel. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I mean, I just got started, so I don't know. We'll see. I'm just going really slow with it, so I think my plan is to try and start one of the other books tonight as well. I don't know which one I want to start first, of either Skip Beat or Fruits Basket. I don't know what I want to do, like if I want to start a new series first or if I want to continue one that I've already kind of been a little bit in. So I'm gonna choose between those two and try and start one of those tonight as well. Hi buddy. Colonel, what are you doing in the hallway? What are you doing? Good morning. It is Tuesday. I almost said it was Wednesday. It's Tuesday. I'm gonna be a giant mess today because today is my lazy day. I don't have work today and I don't plan on really doing much outside of reading. But I wanted to give kind of an update of what was going on with my reading so far. I got nowhere in Clockwork Angel yesterday because I'm not in the mood to read it. I'm probably going to put that one down for the time being and start some other ones that are on my TBR for this week. Did, however, start the second volume of Fruits Basket last night and got about 70 pages in. Then I also plan on starting The Stars in the Blackness Between Them because I was able to get the audiobook through my library, so I'm hoping to get through that. I think it's going to be very quick to get through because it's just barely over 300 pages, so I think if I just turn this on, I can get through it today, hopefully. What is today? Wednesday? It is Wednesday. I had to look that up. I did complete a challenge. I finished The Stars in the Blackness Between Them last night. I flew through this audiobook pretty quickly. I ended up giving this 3 stars. I didn't love it, but it is a very lyrical, very magical realism kind of story. So this follows 2 main characters. Audrey is one. She lives in Trinidad and ended up being caught with her secret girlfriend. I'm going based off of the back of the book for the description because I don't want to spoil anything. Ends up being sent away to America to live with her father. They end up visiting our other character who is Mabel and her family. There's just a lot of elements in this that I wasn't expecting based off the description and all of the reviews that I was seeing for it. I think I just wasn't expecting a lot of the magical realism that is in this because there's a lot of moments where you're just like, wait, did that happen? Is this a dream? My expectations in my mind just was somewhere completely different than what this ended up being, and I think that's why I just didn't enjoy it as much. Still a wonderful story. I still recommend picking this up because I think it's a very important story. I think a lot of people would like this. I got a little bit more read of volume 2 of Fruits Basket, not much. I think I got a chapter read last night. I'm not super far into this right now, but I just need to sit down and actually read it, and I know I'll get through it really quickly. I realized I never really talked about what Fruits Basket is about. I know it's such a well-known series that like the idea that nobody knows what it's about just seems kind of weird to me. I felt like I was super behind in reading this. So our main character, after some crazy events in her life, she ends up moving out and living in a tent, but it's on the property of another family who ends up saying that they will take her in. And while that would be a simple enough story, it ends up that this family, anytime they are hugged by a member of the opposite sex, they turn into a animal from the Chinese zodiac. Very strange, very fun story. It's time for another random update. I did actually finish a challenge last night and I completed volume 2 Fruits Basket, so that is another challenge down and another book read. I am going to end up giving this 5 stars. I think throughout like a good chunk of this, I was thinking it was going to be a 4-star read. Those last few chapters, they are filled with some emotion that I was not expecting in this. I did get about another hour into the audiobook of Clockwork Angel. I am at a part where I'm actually like, I'm really curious and excited to see where it's going. I'm still having a hard time really getting into it, so I'm a little nervous about that. It is Sunday. I am going to be whispering a little bit because my husband is still sleeping and I'm going to try not to wake him up. But I wanted to go ahead and get this out of the way because this is going to be my last clip for this readathon. I finished all of the challenges last night. Very excited about that. So I just kind of wanted to go through and kind of break down the challenges that I completed and which books completed them, as well as my thoughts on each book. The first challenge, in the order of going from the start to the actual treasure on the map, was to read a book by the most popular author on your TBR, which I chose Clockwork Angel for by Cassandra Clare. Finished this, completed this challenge. I ended up giving this 2 stars. I don't even know where to start my opinions on this book. Overall, it's not a bad book. I really loved the characters. I think if they would have been taken out of this and thrown into a different book or a different situation, maybe I would have enjoyed it more, because I did really like the characters. I'm intrigued by the relationships. I'm intrigued by their past. I want to know more about them. But the plot itself and the story itself was really boring overall. I just could not get into it. I definitely just am super overall disappointed in this. I wanted so much more from it because of how much people loved this, because I really enjoyed the Mortal Instruments series, and I know that this series is so much more well loved than that is, so I was excited and thought, there's no way I'm not gonna like this. I didn't like it. Sorry. Do you want it? You can have it. The next stop was 6, which was to read a book that has romance in it. For this one, I chose... Ma'am, you're making this real difficult. Volume 2 of Fruits Basket, well, the collector's Volume 2 of Fruits Basket, and I did complete and finish this and ended up really enjoying it. This one had a little bit of a slow start for me, where like a good 75% of the book itself I was just kind of like, this is fine, like I didn't love it. That last few chapters though just had so much emotion and so much in it that I easily had to give this 5 stars. I really enjoyed this. For the next one was to go to A, which is a book that was published 3+ years ago. I originally had a different book plan for this, but I changed that up and ended up going with Volume 3 of Fruits Basket because I just really wanted to continue on with the series. And ended up absolutely loving this volume. I finished this last night and I loved this. This was even better than Volume 2. It was incredible and it had so much growth, like character growth and relationship growth. So I, of course, gave this 5 stars. And then the last stop was 9, which was Black Sails, a book with a black cover, and for that I chose The Stars and the Blackness Between Them. I did enjoy this. I didn't love it as much as I was really hoping to, because it was a little too magical realism for me, and I'm not huge on magical realism, and I wasn't expecting that going into this. Did overall really enjoy this. Characters are wonderful, and their relationships are wonderful, and I ended up giving this 3 stars. That was the last book for all the challenges. So I finished the ScallywagAThon. I completed all the challenges, so I feel like that was a success. That's everything. Like I have mentioned before, I plan on doing a Summerween readathon, which I will be starting tomorrow, and I'm going to be vlogging that and doing that as well. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys next time.